Stam Garden Center, your one-stop shop for spring. Transform your indoor and outdoor space with our stunning selection. Visit us today, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday, located at 2421 Highway 92, Oskaloosa.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the thousands listening locally and the millions listening around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to Shetland!
Good morning to ya. Hey, 7:01 on your Tuesday. Steve with you on the morning wake up, presented by Stam Garden Center in Oskaloosa. We are broadcasting live from the Oski Dental Studios. Let's get a look at some of our information here. Stam Garden Center and Nursery, experience the color at Stam's in Oskaloosa, open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6, and closed on Sundays. We thank Stam's for sponsoring our morning wake-up here on Steve Shetler Media. Again, we are broadcasting live, as we do every morning, from the Oski Dental Studios. Call Dr. Dan or Dr. Drawn at 641-673-4845 in Oskaloosa, Iowa. Oski Dental sponsoring our studios here on Steve Shetler Media. Let's take a look at our forecast. You know, that forecast, those storms are top of mind this morning. Our weather being brought to us by the Garden Gate, 105 South Jefferson in Sigourney, 641-622-3191. Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturdays, 9 to noon at the Garden Gate. Showers and thunderstorms are likely this morning, and then again this afternoon. Could see some severe stuff. A high around 75 today. Windy southeast winds, as you can see there. Gusts up to 45 miles per hour. Tonight, showers and thunderstorms are likely, mainly before 11 p.m. Partly cloudy and breezy, a low of 53. Clouds for tomorrow, breezy and 66. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, a low of 45. Showers on Thursday, a high of 58. Again, our weather brought to us by the Garden Gate in Sigourney. And right now, current conditions, humidity at 63%, winds are southeast at 20 miles per hour, the barometer at 29.73, and right now 63 degrees here in southeast Iowa. Looking at the information from the National Weather Service, strong to severe storms are expected today and tonight. The Storm Prediction Center has an enhanced risk for much of the area, with a slight risk for far east and northeast parts of the area. Large hail, damaging winds, and tornadoes are all possible for today and tonight. They do say that spotter activation is likely this afternoon and evening. You know, it just seems like here in Iowa, 4 o'clock always just seems to be the time of the day when the really bad stuff tends to move in. So we'll keep an eye on. That's just me guessing for the 4 o'clock thing. But showers and storms, obviously some severe stuff could be coming our way later on today. Now, right now, color radar showing some showers and storms moving throughout the state, very scattered throughout the state, but basically moving straight south up north, from south to north. The precipitation this morning. So we'll see how things continue today. And this will be the first spring storm season for me here on Steve Shuttler Media. So we'll try to keep you updated as well as I can here on Steve Shuttler Media as far as weather for today and throughout the spring and summer months. Your weather brought to us by the Garden Gate here in Sigourney. Let's see here. I want to give you today's this or that. I don't think I have it pulled up quite yet. Just give me a second, and we'll get to our this or that for today. I want to show you that, brought to us by Stacy Flynn at the Legacy Insurance Group and also Welcome Realty in Sigourney. Boy, I am unprepared this morning. I apologize. Here we go. Our this or that for today, which went up earlier this morning at 6 a.m., as it does every morning. This or that is a single-story home or a two-story home. If you want to comment on that and tell us your preference, just scroll back a little bit on my Facebook feed to 6 a.m. and single-story or two-story, this or that. That is brought to us by Stacy Flynn, again, at the Legacy Insurance Group and Welcome Realty. Coming up later on today, we'll get to our question of the day. That always goes up at noon on Steve Shuttler Media Facebook. If you could relive any decade of your life, which one would you redo? What do you think? Depending on how old you are, how far back would you go? If you could relive any decade of your life, which one would you redo? Our question brought to us by Amy's Salon House and Spa at 202 North Main in Sigourney. Call or text for an appointment at 641-622-3772. That is our question of the day. Coming up later on today, we will get to our new matchup for the Fun of It tournament, brought to us by Sarah's Quickie Delivery. Now, our current matchup has a couple of 90s ladies battling it out. Patty Loveless is going against Susie Boggess. And Patty currently has the lead in the voting. If you want to vote for this, just scroll back to last evening. Give a thumbs up in the reactions for Patty Loveless or a heart for Susie Boggess. So that is our current matchup. Patty Loveless currently has a pretty decent lead. So we'll see if she can hold on to that till 6 p.m. this evening, and then our new matchup will go up. But let's see here. Current brackets look like that. Shania versus Trisha will be taking place in the second round. Faith versus Winona. Reba will be taking on the winner of our current matchup between Patty and Susie. And then we'll have Jody Messina and Pam Tillis rounding out the first round. That matchup will start at 6 p.m. this evening. Jody versus Pam. And then that winner will take on Martina McBride. So that is your current standings, your current brackets in the 90s country female superstar for the Fun of It tournament, brought to us by Sarah's Quickie Delivery. Coming up later on this week, coming up on Friday, we'll be live at Barnwired in Sigourney, as we are every Friday for our Iowa Music Showcase from 11:30 to noon. And this week we'll have Jake Beatty coming to town. He'll be live at Barnwired singing some original tunes. We'll do an interview, get to know Jake better. That's Jake Beatty coming up this Friday live at Barnwired in Sigourney. Now, Jake, he still has a beard, but the beard that you see in the picture got trimmed up a little bit here recently. So don't expect that huge beard from Jake this Friday. He still has a beard, but not quite the beard that he has there. Saturday mornings, of course, we always give you the sports section, the coaches show, live from Brothers Market at 8 a.m. So make sure you tune in then. And then also tonight, let's see, I don't know if I have a graphic for the Tuesday night tune-up, but coming up tonight, weather permitting. You know, I will put that in there. If there is crazy weather going on this evening, we'll see what we do with the Tuesday night tune-up. But tonight is the scheduled debut for Tuesday night tune-up. If you're a local racing fan, we're going to debut our new racing show at 7 p.m. live from Smoky Row in Oskaloosa. And that's another thing where if you're in the Oski area and you want to come in and see what we're doing, feel free to do that. We'll be live at Smoky Row in Oskaloosa starting at 7 p.m. Safe Grafke, our local racing expert, will be our host. Tonight we'll also have Curtis Vanderwall, well known in the racing circuit here around Southeast Iowa. And then also Chris Meninga from Redneck Rally, taking place this weekend at the Southern Iowa Fairgrounds, will be joining us. So tune in tonight, 7 p.m. Again, if there's really crazy weather going on, we'll have to take that into consideration. But otherwise, we'll be broadcasting live from Smoky Row in Oskaloosa for the Tuesday night tune-up. Hey, we are doing the morning wake-up, again brought to us by Stam Garden Center in Oskaloosa, live from the Oski Dental Studios. Let's do some good mornings first. Good morning to you, Dodie, Cindy, Sherry, Nancy, Dixie, Dan, Tracy, Jennifer, Heather, and Tim, Sandy, Bubby, Amber. Good morning to everybody. Let's do some birthdays. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right, happy birthdays for today. On the celebrity list, our old fart of the day is Bobby Vinton, singer. Roses Are Red, Mr. Lonely, Blue Velvet. 89 years old today for Bobby Vinton. So happy birthday to Bobby. We've got Basketball Hall of Famer Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the famous skyhook from back in the day. Won some championships with the Lakers. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is 77 years old today. Happy birthday to Kareem. Let's see here. Football coach Bill Belichick, of course, just wrapped up his dynasty with the Patriots. 72 years old for Coach Belichick. We've got actor John Cryer, Pretty in Pink, 2.5 Men, 59 years old for John Cryer. Rap singer, how do you say his name? Gerardo or Gerardo? Regardless, you know him as Rico Suave. I don't know, what was that, about 1990 for Rico Suave? 59 years old for Geraldo. I want to call him Geraldo. It's Gerardo, I think. I don't know. Rico Suave, 59. Actor, comedian Martin Lawrence, Bad Boys, what you gonna do? Martin Lawrence, 59 years old. We've got actor Peter Billingsley, turning 53. If that name doesn't ring a bell, that is Ralphie from A Christmas Story with the BB gun. Ralphie is 53. Mixed martial arts fighter Nate Diaz is 39. We've got Chance the Rapper, turning 31 years old. Actress Anya Taylor-Joy from the Queen's Gambit is 28. And then finally, Sadie Sink, the redhead girl from Stranger Things and the movie The Whale, 22 years old for Sadie Sink from Stranger Things. On this date, which, by the way, today is April 16th, on this date in history, it was 1929, the New York Yankees became the first Major League Baseball team to add numbers to their baseball uniforms. Interesting. 1935. You know, I always heard my dad, my parents say Fibber McGee. I don't think until today I really knew what that meant, Fibber McGee. 1935, Fibber McGee and Molly debuted on radio. Must have been kind of like radio theater type stuff. Fibber McGee and Molly. On this date in 1940, the Cleveland Indians' Bob Feller pitched a no-hitter on opening day for the American League. And then also on this date in 1999, Wayne Gretzky, the great one, retired from hockey on this date, 1999. Today on the National Day calendar, it's National Bean Counter Day. If you like to count beans, today's your day. It's National Orchid Day. It's National Healthcare Decisions Day. It's National Wear Your Pajamas to Work Day. Make sure you... I wear my pajamas to work every day, so I don't have to worry about that. National Wear Your Pajamas... Here, we do have a graphic for that. We want to make sure you know that it's National Wear Your Pajamas to Work Day today. Make sure you celebrate that. And then it's National Eggs Benedict Day. So there you go. Oh, it's also Free Cone Day if you have a Ben & Jerry's near you. Free Cone Day there. Let's see here. Before we go any further, let's see here. Good morning to you, Molly and Amber. Good to have everybody here hanging out this morning. Let's hear from our sponsor, which is Stam Garden Center in Oskaloosa. They bring us our morning wake up.
Stam Garden Center, your one-stop shop for spring. Transform your indoor and outdoor space with our stunning selection. Visit us today, open 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday, located at 2421 Highway 92, Oskaloosa.
As spring brings warmer weather each year, dinners typically begin to include main courses that are lighter and spicier than those we eat in winter. They may include spicy Mexican, Asian stir-fries, and other flavorful spicy foods. A white wine rarely has enough body to stand up to the stronger flavors of a spicy dish, and a red wine has too much body and will frequently accentuate the spice to unpleasant levels. A rosé like American Pink Catawba from Tassel Ridge Winery will have sweetness that will balance the spice. American Pink Catawba is a semi-sweet and very fruity wine with pineapple, mandarin orange, and pear notes and a tropical fruit nose. It's an excellent complement to spicy foods, and it also complements cold fried chicken.
Steve Shetler Media presents Tuesday Night Tune-Up, TNT. Coming to you from Smoky Row in Oskaloosa, Iowa. On Steve Shetler Media, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m., April 16th through August 13th. Hosted by Safe Crafty. Talking to local and area drivers. Get tuned up for the racing week ahead with Tuesday Night Tune-Up, TNT. Starting April 16th, live from Smoky Row in Oskaloosa, right here on Steve Shetler Media. Hey, once again, Tuesday Night Tune-Up debuting tonight here on Steve Shetler Media at 7 p.m. Live from Smoky Row. Again, weather permitting. If it's stupid weather at 7 p.m., we'll make a decision on that. But, stay tuned. We'll see what's going on. Time now for Things You Need to Know. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Things you need to know. Let's go to Brownsville, Tennessee. They are planning to put up a 6-foot bronze statue of Tina Turner, who is from Brownsville. That'll be in Heritage Park, not far from where Tina went to high school. So look for that in Tennessee. Other stuff you need to know. Longtime voice of the New York Yankees, John Sterling, was scheduled to announce his retirement at a news conference on Friday due to health concerns. However, things must have taken a turn. Yesterday, he retired immediately. So, sad news there for John Sterling. Let's see here. The owner of O.J. Simpson's Ford Bronco, you know, the one that had the slow, I don't even know if you'd call it a chase back in the early 90s. That white Ford Bronco going up for auction. They're hoping to bring in $1.5 million from that auction for OJ's Ford Bronco from back in the day. Let's go down to Australia, Mike, where they call Bigfoot Yowies. Yowie zowie. Several pictures of Australia's Bigfoot are online. I'm going to have to look this up. Pictures of a yowie wandering a beach are making the rounds on social media, especially in Australia. So look for Australia's Bigfoot. Dr. Pepper, they're going to be saving you the trouble of pouring their soft drink over ice cream to get a Dr. Pepper float, if you like such things. I don't know if I've ever had a Dr. Pepper float, but they are combining the two flavors in a new soda pop called Dr. Pepper Float. So be on the lookout for that. Speaking of snacks and stuff like that, there is going to be a new one from Rice Krispies. They have Rice Krispies Treats Chocolatey Peanut Butter. That sounds good. I think I would definitely try that. Let's see here. A little bit of controversy. People upset about the CBS's coverage of the Masters Gold Tournament. It went late on Sunday, which caused a delay in showing Billy Joel's 100th Madison Square Garden concert. It was bad enough they delayed the start, but back east, CBS actually cut out from the concert for local news midway through his finale of Piano Man, which ticked some people off big time. So, yeah. Let's see here. Star Trek 4 seems to be in the works with Chris Pine back as Captain Kirk one more time. They're saying if they do make Star Trek 4, it'll most likely be the end of that franchise. Of course, they'll reboot it and come back here in a few years, but with Chris Pine at the helm, that'll be the last one. Let's see here. Let's go back to O.J. O.J. Simpson's, of course, he just passed away here just a few days ago. O.J. Simpson's body will be cremated today. The family turned down a request to have his brain studied for CTE research, which is a shame. You know, football players, especially people that play football for that long, they need to do the studies to find out what makes people tick when they get hit in the head that much. So the family turning that down for O.J. Simpson. How about Will Smith? He did a surprise performance Sunday night at Coachella, taking the stage to perform his 1997 hit, Men in Black. He did it complete with black suit and Ray-Bans on stage. So I'm sure there's some footage of that out there. Let's go to a new Gallup poll where the survey shows that more Americans are sleeping less and feeling more stressed these days. Yeah. 57% say they would feel better if they got more sleep, while 42% say that they get as much sleep as they need. Tesla laying off 10% of their workforce. Other things, you know him from the Ghostbusters movies. Now, Ernie Hudson is going to be playing a new role in a new movie called Oswald Down the Rabbit Hole, which is about a killer cartoon rabbit. Okay. And then Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll says he has dropped 70 pounds. Good job. Wants to lose another 100. Now, he's also signed up for a 5K next month, which he says, well, for him will be more of a brisk walk than an actual run. Jelly Roll's a big dude. So good for him, losing that weight and signing up for the 5K. And then, of course, also last night, and things you need to know, Iowa's Caitlin Clark, in the no-brainer of the year, went number 1 in the WNBA draft to the Indiana Fever. So congratulations to Caitlin. And then also Kate Martin from the Iowa Hawkeyes going in the first round as well. So a couple of Hawkeye ladies going in the first round, Caitlin Clark and Kate Martin. It's funny because I got to say this. I took a picture. It was a very simple thing. Caitlin Clark got up on stage, held up the new jersey for the Fever, and then I just took a picture of my TV with Caitlin. You can scroll back through my Facebook feed and see this picture. I mean, it's just very simply done. And I put it up and I said, "Congratulations, Caitlin." Now that picture on my Facebook feed has gone bonkers. I'm not sure why. I didn't do anything to try to initiate, a response to it. I just put the picture up. And it has gone bonkers. It's got like over 1,000 likes right now. And the funny thing is, in the comments of that picture, are people commenting like Caitlin can see the picture, which is weird to me. I mean, Caitlin Clark is never going to see that picture. Why would she? Why would she care? If you go back and look at the comments, people are like, "Yeah, way to go, Caitlin. So proud of you." Like they're talking to Caitlin, like she's actually gonna see it. It's weird. Let's go to today's impossible question. Today's impossible question. Impossible. Good morning to you, Jackie, Chad, and Deb. Deb Stanton. Deb Walston. Deb's longtime friend of mine, followed me through probably my entire radio career. So, Deb, good to see you this morning. Let's see here. Today's impossible question. Almost 15% of people think this food item should be kept in the fridge. And when you find out what it is, I don't know, you'll have to tell me if you do this. Again, almost 15% of people think this food item should be kept in the fridge. For me, this has never, ever been in the fridge. It is peanut butter. Do you keep peanut butter in the refrigerator? I've never even considered that. Never heard of that at all. But some people do. That's your impossible question. Let's get weird.
That is weird.
In some weird today, let's see here. Dogs are going to fly when dogs fly. That's the proclamation of a website. It says, finally, dogs can fly from Bark Air, a 100% totally real news service that vows to, quote unquote, revolutionize flying for our canine companions. In a statement, the airline launched by BarkBox subscription service will offer a more fun and humane option for dogs traveling with their two-legged human companions. Again, it's called Bark Air, airline for dogs. Interesting. Let's go to the NBA. Let's see if I have a picture for this. I can't remember. I've got a bunch of pictures that I want to throw up here. Don't have one for this one, but actually, we'll get to that later. Let's go to India for this story. Alexa, when you say Alexa, do this, do that. Alexa, a renowned AI chatbot developed by Amazon, helped save a toddler in India from getting mauled by a troublesome monkey. The incident occurred Thursday of last week when a man left his home to run an errand and didn't close the main door properly. Again, this is in India. A large monkey then made its way into the residence and started making a mess looking for food. Now, the man's 13-year-old sister-in-law and 15-month-old daughter were playing in an adjacent room when they saw the monkey approaching them. Now, thanks to the sister-in-law's quick thinking, they told Alexa to start barking like a dog, which it did. So the little box started barking like a dog, and the monkey got startled and went out the window. So Alexa saving the day and saving those two youngsters from potentially getting attacked by a monkey. How about Scrabble? If you can't figure out Scrabble, which I don't know if I've ever... This will be weird. I don't know if I have ever played Scrabble. I don't think I have. Scrabble, one of the world's best-loved word games, is to get a new collaborative and accessible version. The game has been around for about 75 years, and now they're basically going to do an easier version. I mean, if you can't play it, you can't play it. If you're not smart enough to figure it out, then just don't play it. But don't make an easier version. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's go to Michigan. A repair project at a Michigan home led to a surprising discovery, a time capsule of items dating back more than 100 years. So you'll never know what you find when you kind of do some work on your home. How about this? Let's go to South Africa. Residents in a suburb of Cape Town, South Africa, had a brush with the wild when a hippopotamus escaped from a nature reserve and was wandering through the streets. Residents captured photos and videos when the hippo broke through a fence at a nature reserve and went wandering through residential streets just after midnight. Now, Wildlife Department and rangers were able to herd the hippo back to the reserve. There were no injuries reported to humans or the hippo. Then finally, let's bring up a picture for this one, because this guy has some talent. There you see him. An Idaho man balancing a running lawnmower on his chin, not for 1 minute, not for 2 minutes, but for 9 minutes and 17 seconds. Because, he was breaking one of those Guinness World Records that nobody cares about. David Rush previously attempted the record about 4 years ago, but his time of 3 minutes and 52 seconds was disqualified because his lawnmower didn't have a bag on it. The record was increased in the meantime to 7 minutes and 2 seconds. Now, Rush finished his attempt, again, at 9 minutes and 17 seconds, short of his goal of 10 minutes, but still enough to take the title and the record. So, if you're bored in life and you want a Guinness World Record this spring or summer, balance a lawnmower on your chin, and that'll get the trick done. You'll get into the Guinness World Records. Let's go to the files of law and disorder. In some disorder, here I've got a picture for this one too. We'll bring that up for you to check out. A California couple detailing the terrifying turn of events when a tow truck tried to tow them while they were driving downtown San Francisco earlier this week. Now, the lady says, quote, "We were at a stoplight and minding our own business." She described running errands with her husband on Tuesday morning while the couple was stopped. Let's see here. They thought the yellow specialty towing truck was moving toward a nearby autonomous, how do you say that word? Autonomous. There we go. Autonomous vehicle. But soon it was getting too close for comfort. They say he came from the right side. I thought he was turning right. He started in reverse and all the lights came on. That's when we were like, hey, something's really wrong. His lever was coming down. So, again, they were on the street and the tow truck was trying to tow them in downtown San Francisco. That's not cool. Now, they maintain that they didn't do anything wrong and are still perplexed as to why they were trying to get towed by this tow truck. They say, quote, "I definitely paid off my car." So it's not like they were, trying to reclaim the car or anything. But yeah, that would be an interesting situation, getting towed in the midst of driving in a big city like that. Let's go to some good news, something to make you smile.
Something that makes you smile.
And something to make you smile, always brought to us by our friend Dr. Stacy Freeze at Lifetime Dental Solutions in Sigourney. And let's see here. And something to make you smile. It was a meaningless free throw. You should look up the video on this. A meaningless free throw in a meaningless game. But an NBA player turned it into one of the funniest moments of the NBA season. The Houston Rockets player deliberately missed his second free throws so that LA Clippers fans could get free chicken from Chick-fil-A. And I think our video has frozen up on us here, possibly. Let's see here. So the guy is shooting free throws, but there's a promotion for LA Clippers fans that if an opposing player misses 2 free throws in the fourth quarter, that the crowd gets free Chick-fil-A. So the crowd was buzzing. All right, now we're back. Okay, so the crowd was buzzing. They were excited for potential free chicken from Chick-fil-A, and the player purposely missed his second free throw so that they could get their free chicken. So look that up online for a little bit more info. Something to make you smile, brought to us by Dr. Stacy Freeze at Lifetime Dental Solutions. April's Oral Health Month. And did you know that poor oral health is linked to heart disease, arthritis, and cancer? Book your appointment today with Dr. Stacy Freeze and staff in Sigourney, 641-622-2669, Lifetime Dental Solutions. They bring us our Something to Make You Smile here on Steve Shuttler Media, the morning wake up. Again, good morning to you. It's 7:33. Let's check in with some
Duh.
And some duh. Pepsi gets the big duh today. Pepsi has voluntarily recalled a total of 322 cases of something called Schweppes Zero Sugar Ginger Ale Caffeine Free. Let's get you an image of that. I've never heard of this before. Schweppes Zero Sugar Ginger Ale. There is a recall for this. And the reason for the recall is discovered during an internal investigation that cans labeled as zero sugar contain full sugar. If you're watching your sugar intake for medical reasons, it can can be dangerous for you to consume the recalled product. The FDA has not reported if there have been any illnesses or injuries related to that recall. The recalled products are 7.5-ounce cans of Schweppes Zero Sugar Ginger Ale Caffeine Free, which were shipped to locations in Maryland, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia. So be on the lookout for that. Schweppes. I want some Schweppes. Some Schweppes Zero Sugar. That is your moment of
Duh. 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 Duh.
By the way, thank you, Deb, for the 200 stars. I appreciate that. If folks don't know what stars are, if you're watching on a device, maybe your smartphone or your iPad, you should have the option to send me some stars. And if you send me like 200 stars, like Deb, basically 100 stars is like $1. So Deb has basically tipped me $2. So thank you, Deb. I appreciate your $2. Your $200. See, she gives me her stars, and then Facebook gives me the $2. So, hey, thanks. $2. I'll take it. That is your morning wake up here on Steve Shetler Media. As always, brought to us by Stam Garden Center and Nursery in Oskaloosa. They are open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6, and closed on Sundays, where you can experience the color at Stam's. We are broadcasting live from the Oski Dental Studios. Call 641-673-4845. Let's get one last look at our forecast for today. Of course, everybody's kind of freaking out about the weather today. Definitely something to keep your eye on. Showers and storms likely basically off and on throughout today. Windy and a high of 75. Could be severe at times. Showers and storms likely tonight. I think more towards late afternoon, evening hours is when we're going to look for the potentially more severe stuff. So again, something to definitely watch. Keep an eye on the sky. Maybe listen to the radio, your TV, and I'll do my best to try to keep you updated here on Steve Shetler Media. So that weather a concern for today, brought to us by the Garden Gate in Sigourney. Okay, that'll do it for today. You guys make it a great Tuesday. Coming up later on today, our schedule for today, video-wise, we will have In Remembrance Of at 8 a.m., coming up later on today, the What's Happening video, community calendar video at noon. We'll get to Successful Farming at 5:30. We'll have the Rewired Brain, the Brain Rewired from Iva Bontrager, coming up at 6. At 6:30, hope to have a video from Be the Light Ministry, Jackie Jarms. And then, again, weather permitting, I live in Sigourney, so I'll be traveling to Oskaloosa. Hopefully, if the weather isn't too crazy and stupid, we'll have Tuesday night tune-up. Get you ready for the racing week ahead here in Southeast Iowa. Safe Grafke, your host, will do that live from Smoky Row in Oskaloosa. Curtis Vanderwall and Chris Menninga, scheduled guests for tonight, along with Safe Grafke, your hosts. So lots to get to today here on Steve Shetler Media. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. And otherwise, we'll see you back here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.